When you think about your marriage, is it on autopilot? Do you find that you're starting to take each other for granted, or it's just so comfortable that there's really not a lot of newness or new energy inside of your relationship or your marriage? Not uncommon, and if we're not careful, it's really easy to fall asleep at the wheel with our most important relationships. This weekend, Jeff and I are headed to the mountains to enjoy a few days together and also attend a couples retreat where we'll be sharing with the group some of the things that we do to keep our relationship fresh and exciting so we're not falling asleep at the wheel, because it really is the most important relationship in my life, and I know it impacts so many other areas of my life. So my goal today is to wake you up in your relationship if that's what you need. When we're in a brand new relationship, it's exciting, it's special, there's a lot of effort that goes into it to get to know each other, to try new things. And then as time goes on, we get really comfortable. We get lost in our day-to-day, and it's really easy to take the people that are most important to us for granted. We know that all relationships require effort. And if we're not putting effort into that relationship, it's easy for it to fizzle out. Just like we keep adding wood to a fire if we want that fire to keep burning. And when we get into really big conflict or resentment or struggle, it takes a lot more energy to come back from. But if you're just complacent, this is a good place to be if you're willing to put a little bit of effort into the marriage and into your relationship. So as you think about this next week, what could you do to add some spark? Maybe you can invite your partner out to go somewhere you've never gone before. Maybe it's just making a special dinner or a compliment. They do something ongoing that you just take for granted right now, and maybe just thanking them for their effort. Maybe it's offering a back rub or a head massage. What could you do to really put some effort into the relationship before it starts to fizzle out? And if you make that a practice every day, every week, what can I do today to really show love to my partner, to express appreciation, to try something new? What would that look like this week? And imagine if you intentionally did that every single week. Your marriage and your relationship is going to be burning hot rather than letting that fizzle out. I know it's always a nice reminder for me not to take those relationships for granted and not waiting for the other person to add that spark. What can I do? And as you show up as your best self in your marriage, as you really make that extra effort, know that that's going to be reciprocated back to you. I know I'm very much looking forward to this weekend in the mountains to connect with Jeff and these other couples as we're all there with the intention of really developing greater connection, greater communication. And I hope that you'll take some time to pour some effort and some energy into your marriage this week as well. Maybe it's taking some time to really talk about your common goals, your common visions, and really have those conversations about what you want to co-create in your life as a couple. What's next for you as a couple? Have those conversations. It's a great way to create connection and communication and to move your marriage forward together. If you would benefit with some coaching and some support to really add that fuel to your fire in your relationships, go ahead, schedule a complimentary strategy session with somebody from my team, and we'll talk about where you are in your relationships, help you get greater clarity of where you want to go, and uncover what's your next best step. So go ahead, click the link below to schedule that strategy session. And here is to you living a life you love.
Don't wait for me, honey. Don't wait. 'Cause